And here's the latest on Arvind Kejriwal's arrest earlier on Wednesday. After that, he refused to furnish bail bond in connection with the Gadkari defamation case, and Arvind Kejriwal will now be presented in Patiala court later today. In fact, he's already been produced in court as we speak, and as his judicial custody ends today. Well, we are talking about the Gadkari defamation case in which Arvind Kejriwal was accused he was supposed to pay a bond which he refused to pay and rather preferred to go into judicial custody. Yes, we are going to get you the latest related to that judicial custody of Arvind Kejriwal, which ends today. Let's listen into what Arvind Kejriwal had to say earlier on this matter.
अरविंद जी,
हाँ जी हाँ जी हाँ जी।
क्या आप जमानत लेंगे? आज बेल बॉन्ड भरेंगे आप?
नहीं, अभी नहीं, ऐसे नहीं भरेंगे।
तो आपके योगेंद्र यादव जी ने तो बेल बॉन्ड भर दिया, वो आपके नक्शे कदम पर चल नहीं रहे, उन्होंने तो अपनी जमानत ले ली कोर्ट से पर्सनल बॉन्ड।
मुझे आइडिया नहीं है, लेकिन ये बड़ी विडंबना है।
अरविंद जी थोड़ा तेज।
ये बड़ी विडंबना है कि नितिन गडकरी जी के खिलाफ भ्रष्टाचार की आवाज उठाई, उनके खिलाफ तो जांच भी नहीं हुई, उनके खिलाफ कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया गया, और जो भ्रष्टाचार की आवाज
Nikunj is with us. Nikunj, could you update us on the latest on this story? We hear that Arvind Kejriwal is to be produced in court any minute.
Well, yes, Mr. Kejriwal was taken away from Tihar jail, where I am standing right now, in a very hushed sort of a movement, because both the Delhi police and the Tihar jail authorities didn't want a repeat of the situation that happened here 2 days back when Mr. Kejriwal was first brought in, and our volunteers sort of mobbed the entire Tihar jail. But the fact is that Mr. Kejriwal, as you were hearing, says that he will not fill the bail bond as yet. And
right.
Like that, one doesn't know what does that mean, but one thing is clear, that Mr. Prashant Bhushan yesterday said that they would be appealing a higher court, because they have, the AAP party has certainly alleged that the Metropolitan Magistrate is biased against them, and that is why they would be taking recourse to a higher court.
Right. Nikunj, stay with us. Let's listen into the lawyer of Nitin Gadkari, Pinky Anand.
Since when has anybody started caring about people who do Nautanki or some kind of street side shows in this fashion? I think the reality has come to the front in any case. If you see the responses that have been coming in from the people, on whether on social media or whether in responses even across the television, you will find that the people are fed up with such kind of shows that Mr. Kejriwal has been doing and pretending to do. So I don't think we should pay so much attention to it. Let's not talk about it as Mr. Kejriwal's actions. Let us talk about it as a person who's an accused in a matter in a criminal trial and has been brought forward and has refused to comply with the order of the court. He has violated the order of the court, and thereafter he's been sent behind bars. I mean, why should anything more than that be a subject matter of any discussion? When people do hooliganism on the streets, is it covered by anybody? In fact, I think he should not be paid any attention whatsoever. He's only trying to grab attention. The more you focus and make these issues up, he will try to address those. So the question is simply of law and law alone.
Ma'am, you're making a very valid point. At the same time, we have seen counsels like Mr. Prashant Bhushan argue Mr. Kejriwal's side, saying that in the past, undertaking is something that he's had his way with the court. In this case, obviously, we're aware of the arguments that you've advanced, how you insisted on, standing your ground. Going forward, just ahead of Delhi election, aren't you somewhere mildly even concerned about the kind of, going forward, the publicity it may generate?
Look, what we have done had started way back in 2013. The complaint was filed way back when the allegations were made, much before any election situation is on. So as far as we are concerned, it is not a matter of elections. It is not a matter which is pertaining to anything in the current scenario. It is something which has arisen before, and it is because Mr. Nitin Gadkari has taken a principled stand that if somebody defames him, makes wild allegations, reckless allegations against his integrity and impeccable nature, then he will take up the action, and that's why he took up this entire case of criminal defamation. Now, ultimately the matter has come up at such a time that may be just a sheer coincidence. As you know, on 7th of April when the matter came up, he refused to come, or rather he was said he could not come because of elections, and nobody insisted on it. And that is why perchance it has come just after the announcement of the government, the current government. But as far as we are concerned, it is purely a legal action, legal recourse that Mr. Nitin Gadkari has taken to redeem his reputation, which has been sought to be maligned by a person who doesn't deserve much merit.
All right, Nikunj, there you heard it. Pinky Anand saying that this is just taking legal recourse for us. But for the Aam Aadmi Party, like we heard Arvind Kejriwal, he is saying that, they have been unfairly targeted. The words that are used against Arvind Kejriwal, of course, being that this is pretense, this is drama, this is theatrics. Give us a sense of how you look at this entire issue.
Well, the fact is that Ms. Anand is absolutely correct from the legal point of view. Mr. Kejriwal, of course, has nothing to do with the legalese of the matter. He is for sure looking here for his own politics, Mr. Kejriwal brand of politics. The fact is that while any to take legal action, as Ms. Anand was saying, once he thinks that he has been defamed by a certain individual, Mr. Kejriwal has also faced the due process of the law. But if somebody refuses to fill the bail bond, now the next course available to any court of law in the country is obviously to send him behind judicial custody. Now, this is clearly a matter between a court and the plaintiff and the defendant. Now, they will have to sort out in the legal matter only.
All right.